Could you help me?
I would help you if I knew, sir.
Are you able to help me?
I can't help you, friend.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Do you know anything about this?
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I would help you if I knew, sir.
Oh,
Do you know anything about this?
I
call me
cannot
when you
be of
find the
help,
answer.
sir. Someone else might know better.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what?
Do you know
interest
anything
as
about this?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
Isn't life too short to remain sober?
Now you're in your element, Sherry.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't help you, friend.
Are you able to help me?
I can't help you, friend.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
This isn't working.
Can I ask you a
might
question?
need a different tack.
Apologies, sir, but I've never heard of it.
Is this familiar to you?
I would never refuse a nobleman, but I know nothing, sir.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Help me, please.
I can't help you, friend.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry.
May I
Who
ask
are
for
you
your
asking?
assistance?
About
Sorry,
what and dressed
but I
as
never
what?
heard of this.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry.
Is
Who
this
are you
familiar
asking?
to you?
About what
Sir,
and dressed
I
as
don't
what?
know. Try asking someone else.
Now you're in your element, Sherry.
Such a shame that Inspector Placido vanished. I'd feel much safer with him handling this.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
Oh, I love the ambience. Nice and creepy. Bacchus would find this place incredibly dull, don't you think?
Are you able to help me?
Oh, sir, I'm afraid I don't know about that.
Could you help me?
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
This isn't working. You might need a
Excuse me,
different
just
tack.
one question.
I would help you if I knew, sir.
Excuse me, just one question.
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
Are you able to help me?
I can't help you, friend.
You obviously haven't thought this all through.
Do you know
Or
anything
are you
about
just
this?
annoying these people
Sorry,
on
but I've never
purpose?
heard of it.
I need to go. I am needed elsewhere. Luca Gallici, I know you murdered Lady Craven, and I can prove it.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof? I was locked in here and could not hurt a fly.
Your wrists are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helped that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives. Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention it. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
So I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer?
It is done, Luca. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now is to confess and hope your reasons were justified.
I don't know how you figured it out. But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get away with ruining my life twice.
Twice?
I knew Emma before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too. But only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
And tonight, she tried to set you up again. Did she recognize you?
She didn't. I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face. I just remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged. And I grabbed her throat.
You already suffered at Miss Emma's hands once. I'm not convinced you deserve to suffer again. I can't help but notice the window latch seems faulty. Perhaps I should leave you here alone and fetch someone. I'm afraid it may take me some time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
The police won't notice your disappearance immediately. Run, leave Cordona, and try to lead a decent life.
I won't forget your kindness. I owe you everything, Mr. Holmes.
Stop wasting time. Run.
Open the door, Mr. Gallici. Don't make it worse. We know you're in there.
Imbeciles, why are you dawdling? Step aside.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything, even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, a figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go.
Is everything all right? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So you really don't remember?
To what do you refer?
The funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. I couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the contrary, it's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a loyal servant of my craft.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Is this familiar to you?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
Is this familiar to you?
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
Excuse me, just one question.
So you think if you have money, we should bow to your whims? No, sir.
Help me, please.
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
May I ask for your assistance?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
May I ask you something?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
The service was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. Rest in peace, Mrs. Holmes.
pocket watch. It seems familiar, John. Why is it here? Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother. This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently. A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be?
May I ask for your assistance?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Do you know anything about this?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a loyal servant of my craft.
Excuse me, just one question.
Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Excuse me, just one question.
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Is this familiar to you?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
May I ask you something?
No one listens to us, so why should I listen to you, oofbird?
Everyone's looking at us. Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
A man in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggest he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Well, it was going to be very impressive. Come on then, the trail continues ahead.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there. I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercuria. I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercuria. The Hospitaller Crypts. If memory serves, they're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree. It's stained with oil paint.
An artist working in a cemetery? Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
Oh, it's that ridiculous artist from the hotel.
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Are you all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light. Could you help me?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Could you help me?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
Do you know anything about this?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
Do you know anything about this?
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
Are you able to help me?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
May I ask for your assistance?
Your money doesn't impress me.
Could you help?
If we have money, we should bow to your whims? No.
Bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Could you help me?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Is this familiar to you?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't think I'm rich enough to talk to you, sir.
What's up?
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Hello.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm not in the mood to talk to moneybags.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
May I ask for your assistance?
Go back to your fancy house.
Not bad.
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
May I ask for your assistance?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Is this familiar to you?
I have a question too. Who looks like an idiot in his fancy clothes? It's you.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.